Please help me convince my brother-in-law not to move to the Philippines. In short, my brother-in-law is going through a full-blown midlife crisis. In 2020, at the age of 39, contracted COVID, which put him in the hospital for 2 months. It also took his father and grandfather. It left him with 40% lung capacity, and he has extreme difficulty with walking, talking, and other light exercise. He regularly passes out at work and is currently on short-term disability. He fears he might get fired soon. This near-death experience has shaken him awake, giving him a sudden urgency to make something of his life. He's historically struggled dating due to him being a bit of misogynist and being on the spectrum, so he decided to get a wife from the Philippines. After a 2-year process and thousands of dollars, money he really doesn't have, she finally came to the US and married him. Things started off okay for a couple of months, but have really taken a bad turn. He messed something up with the paperwork. There's some sort of issue with the adjustment of status, leading her to be unable to work, open a bank account, or get a driver's license. Then he forgot to add her to his health insurance and got her pregnant. Fully unintentional. His health and finances are in such shambles that he had to move in with his aunt. Means well, but is extremely protective of him and invasive of their privacy. Honestly, it's warranted. To summarize, the whole situation was bluntly this 22-year-old, let's call her working bride, from Philippines is married to a physically and mentally disabled 42-year-old. She is currently pregnant with a baby they can't afford and living in her husband's aunt's condo. She doesn't have any friends, family, or community. She can't work and send money home, drive, or open a bank account. Her husband doesn't take her to do anything. They hardly speak the same language and don't have a single thing in common. She's starting to realize how bad her situation is and is flat out miserable. She actually wants to move back to the Philippines, Mindanao. My brother-in-law wants to move there with her and retire, teach English, because he has no idea how else to make her happy and is deeply in love with her. He has a pattern of making rash decisions without thinking things through. Foresight looking ahead. Here are some things his family and I are concerned about. He spent 2 years and thousands of dollars having her sent over here. If she goes back to the Philippines, she won't be allowed to come back to the US. She will have to restart the immigration process. She seems to think having a baby in the US will make her a citizen. What is he going to do for work? I've been reading that a family of 3 in the Philippines will still cost at least $1,000 per month for a semi-Western lifestyle. He seems to think that $20,000 in his retirement account will set him up for life. We are worried he will run out of money, get asked for money by her family, and or get scammed. What will he do for healthcare? He currently has weekly doctor's appointments for all of his different failing organs, result of COVID and medications. How will he get to the hospitals and doctor's appointments? What happens when he faints again? What is he going to do for food? His palate is a 5-year-old. Pizza, chicken nuggets, lemonade, no veggies whatsoever. The guy would rather starve to death than eat a new food or vegetable. We are worried that about his child's education prospects. Everything I read about the school in the Philippines is concerning. Will his wife even stay with him? He has failed his end of the transaction and couldn't provide a life for her in the US. They have a 20-year age gap and nothing in common. We fear she will leave him for someone younger and more able. He is beyond stubborn and rarely takes advice. Please help me convince him not to go. Please tell him if these points are way off base. That is the question posed by DJ Harris. Well, DJ, some people simply can't be helped. This person is a walking, time-ticking time bomb. Essentially, everything you say and said, all your concerns will come true and much more. I promise you, things will happen to him that you never even imagined. If everything he talked and said about him is accurate, he will be a lamb to slaughter. I tell you, this person will be back within a few months, or at least begging to be back. At first he might be excited, new place, new things, or even people pretending to be his friend, letting him know he's a stud, how handsome he is, and before you know it, his bank account is drained, his wife has left him, and he has no way back home, ending up on the streets on Rafi Tolfo or some other nonsense YouTuber trying to help him. Ridiculous. Also, Long Jumping Row says how Western lifestyle in the Philippines can cost you easily 2K a month if you live cheap, maybe 1K, and that is for a single person. This person will be taking care of another and potentially a baby. He seems to think, says the original commenter, he can make 25,000 a year teaching English. He also doesn't speak Tagalog, can't take more than 30 minutes without passing out, and he has a thick Boston accent. $25,000 a year teaching English in Mindanao. You might as well dream of winning the lottery. No one has ever earned that much, not even professor, university level people, because they have other teachers, other means of doing it. Okay, perhaps exaggerating, maybe one random person has done that. But believe me, in today's economy, with the number of English-speaking Filipinos themselves, you will never, ever earn $25,000 teaching English in Mindanao. You are simply dreaming. That's a hot mess, says Rocky Rocket. In the britches, it sounds like your brother-in-law's health has deteriorated to the point where he should start the process of SSD, so he and his family can get some disability income and Medicare Part B. While that process is going on, you should get the wife on some state medical insurance and any other benefit that she can qualify for. Get her working. Also square away the kid's U.S. citizenship before going to the Philippines. What will your be-in-law do if he goes to the Philippines and his health gets worse and needs assisted living or expensive nursing care? If you live in the province, then you might be SOL. Get her paperwork fixed, says Ban Me for Nothing. If he won't listen, talk to her. There are Filipino Facebook groups about immigrating to the U.S. that can help her. My wife was able to work and get her license 3 months after we were married. Cases vary, but it shouldn't be that long. The Philippines is an awful place to go if you have serious health issues. He'll die there. The healthcare is so bad, any simple thing can be lethal, especially if you don't have money. Be patient for a year or two, fix her paperwork, get the green card, and save some money. Then go back to the Philippines. They'll be in much, much better, flexible position. Mango Mandela says, honestly, I would be more concerned for the wife and child. I see a future where she is a single mom in the provinces. Set aside money for his return flight. I have witnessed a few expats like this. Though he does not act like it, he is grown damn adult. I wish I had actionable advice, but really, you need to isolate your finances from him and see what you can do for the child. Look up LBH stories to see where this is going. This is a sad story waiting to happen. I'm sure we will be here in a few months of reading another person or this brother-in-law's story of how he failed, how they are in need of money for a ticket back home, and how the wife left him or something major happened to him. He's in the hospital or simply didn't make it. What do you suggest this man do? Share your opinions. I would like to hear if there are any ways out of the situation. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be lazy. God bless.